Debt. For most of us, it's the silent hum in the background of our lives. It's the car payment, the student loan, the mortgage, the credit card balance that never seems to shrink. We're told it's normal, a necessary tool to build a modern life. We've financed our educations, our homes, our dreams, and in the process, we've become servants to our own spreadsheets. But what if there was another way? A proven path, followed for centuries, that leads to a life of profound financial freedom? A life where your home, your business, and your future are truly your own. The Amish, a community often seen as frozen in time, possess a financial wisdom that is radically countercultural, incredibly effective, and more relevant today than ever before. And it's not about just being frugal. It's a complete reprogramming of how we think about money, community, and life itself. Forget what you think you know. These are the 10 secrets to a life without debt. Secret number 1, debt is a form of bondage. Before we can get to the how, we have to understand the why. For the Amish, the aversion to debt isn't just a good financial habit. It's a core spiritual principle. The Bible cautions that the borrower is slave to the lender, and they take that literally. To them, debt isn't a tool, it's a chain. It ties you to a secular bank, dictates your choices, and adds a layer of worldly stress that interferes with a life of faith and community focus. Imagine if, before every major purchase, your first thought wasn't how can I finance this, but how does this decision serve my freedom and my faith? It changes everything. While we see debt as leverage, they see it as a loss of control over their time, their labor, and their peace of mind. Reframe your view of debt. Before taking on a new loan, ask, will this purchase own me, or will I own it? Secret number 2, the slow, cash-only start. In our culture of go big or go home, the Amish philosophy is start small and go home to a house you actually own. An Amish entrepreneur doesn't write a business plan to impress a loan officer. He starts in a shed or a corner of the barn. He makes one chair, sells it for cash, and uses that money to buy wood for 2 more chairs. This is the opposite of the venture capital mindset. There is no blitz scaling. There is only patient, organic growth, funded entirely by profits. It might take 10 years to build what a modern business might build in 1, but the foundation is solid rock, not quicksand. When a recession hits, the debt-leveraged business panics. The Amish woodworker, who owns his tools and his workshop, just keeps making chairs. They prove that a business that grows slowly, but is 100% yours, is infinitely more resilient than a business that grows fast on someone else's money. Embrace the side hustle model. Start a small venture with minimal cash. Let it fund its own growth, and resist the temptation to supercharge it with debt. Secret number 3, the community bank that isn't a bank. Now you might be thinking, what about huge purchases? Nobody can pay cash for a farm. And you're right, this is where the Amish deploy their most powerful financial tool, the community itself. When a young family needs to buy land, they don't go to Bank of America. They go to the church elders. Many Amish communities operate internal loan funds. It's money pooled from members of the church, lent out at very low, simple interest rates to other members. But it's more than a loan. It's a communal investment. The loan officers are the neighbors who have known you since you were born. Your credit score is your reputation, your work ethic, and your family standing in the community. Default isn't just a financial failure, it's a social one, making it incredibly rare. It's a closed loop of trust and capital, keeping money cycling within the community, enriching everyone, rather than being extracted as profit by an outside institution. Explore family and peer-to-peer lending for significant goals. While it requires immense trust and clear agreements, it keeps interest payments within your personal circle. Secret number 4, the ultimate insurance policy. Your neighbor. The Amish generally don't buy commercial health or property insurance. To them, paying a premium to a distant corporation is like throwing money into the wind. Their insurance policy is the person living down the road. If a barn burns down, the community doesn't just send thoughts and prayers. They send hammers and lumber. Within 48 hours, a new barn stands where the old one fell, built with free labor and donated materials. When a family faces catastrophic medical bills, a church fund, supported by alms and auctions, quietly covers the costs. They have effectively replaced monthly premiums and high deductibles with a currency of social obligation and mutual aid. It's a system that can't be bought. It must be earned through a lifetime of participation. It answers the question, who will catch you if you fall? With a resounding, we all will. Build your social insurance. Invest time in your relationships. Know your neighbors. Be the person who shows up for others, and you'll build a network that's there for you in a crisis. Secret number 5, master a skill, not a student loan. A teenage Amish boy working alongside his father in a harness-making shop. The father is patiently guiding the son's hands, passing on the skill. The average American student graduates with over $37,000 in student loan debt, starting their career in a financial hole. The Amish approach to education and career readiness is fundamentally different. Formal education often ends after the 8th grade. The next, and most crucial, phase of learning begins immediately. Apprenticeship. A young person learns a valuable, marketable trade, cabinetry, construction, quilting, farming, directly from a master, usually a family member or neighbor. They learn by doing, and instead of accumulating debt, they start earning money almost immediately. By the time they are 20, they are not only a master of a trade, but have likely saved a significant nest egg. They enter adulthood with a marketable skill, zero educational debt, and a strong work ethic. It's a powerful head start that we have largely abandoned in favor of a 4-year degree that may or may not lead to a job that can pay off its own cost. Prioritize skills over degrees alone. Consider trade schools, apprenticeships, or certifications in high-demand fields that offer a direct path to income without massive debt. Secret number 6, the asset ladder. The Amish don't just save money. They strategically convert their savings into things that make more money. They are masters of the asset ladder. A young man might start by selling vegetables from the family garden. He saves that cash to buy a few chickens. He sells the eggs and saves that cash to buy a dairy cow. He sells the milk and saves that cash for a down payment on a small plot of land. Each step is a rung on the ladder, funded by the previous one, leading towards the ultimate goal of a self-sustaining farm or business. They are always thinking about how to make their money work for them, creating income streams that are tangible and under their direct control. Think like a producer. Use savings to buy assets that generate income, not just liabilities that look good. This could be anything from dividend stocks to buying equipment for freelance business. Secret number 7, immunity to consumer culture. This might be the most powerful secret of all. The Amish are largely immune to the disease of modern consumerism. Their simple clothing acts as a uniform, eliminating the fashion arms race. Their homes are neat and functional, not showcases for the latest trends from IKEA or Pottery Barn. Their entertainment is found in conversation, family games, and community gatherings, not in subscription boxes and the latest iPhone. Their sense of worth comes from their contribution to the community, not the brands they wear. They have a culturally enforced definition of enough, which protects them from the endless cycle of wanting more that traps so many of us in debt. Conduct a want versus need audit for 1 month before any non-essential purchase. Wait 24 hours. You'll be amazed at how many wants disappear, freeing up cash for what truly matters. Secret number 8, the producer mindset. In our world, when we need something, our first instinct is to buy it. For the Amish, the first instinct is often, can we make it? Or can we fix it? This producer mindset is a massive financial advantage, from growing their own food and canning it for the winter, to sewing their own clothes, to repairing their own equipment. They avoid thousands of dollars in expenses every year. It's a lifestyle of self-reliance. This not only saves money, but also builds a deep sense of competence and resilience. When you are the one who can grow your food and mend your clothes, you are far less vulnerable to the whims of the market and supply chains. Learn one producer skill this year. It could be learning to bake bread, changing the oil in your car, or planting a small vegetable garden. Replace one act of consumption with one act of creation. Secret number 9, the hyperlocal economy. When the Amish do need to buy something they can't make, they go to extraordinary lengths to buy it from someone else within their own community. The cabinet maker buys his lumber from the Amish sawmill owner, who gets his equipment repaired by the Amish mechanic, whose wife buys her groceries from the Amish-run Benton Dent store. This creates a powerful, circular, hyperlocal economy. A dollar can change hands 5 or 6 times within the community before it ever leaves. This builds collective wealth and insulates them from national economic downturns. They are, in effect, their own self-sustaining financial ecosystem. Be intentional with your spending. Dedicate a portion of your budget to local businesses, farmers markets, and craftspeople. Keep your money working in your own community. Secret number 10, the multi-generational plan. Finally, the Amish plan for the long term. Their financial decisions are not about retiring to Florida at 65. They are about ensuring the next generation has a foundation upon which to build. The goal is to pass on a debt-free farm or a thriving business. It's about transferring skills, assets, and a strong work ethic, not a portfolio of stocks and a pile of liabilities. This multi-generational view encourages patience and discourages risky, short-term financial gambles. They are not just building their own life, they are building a legacy of freedom for their children and grandchildren. Define your financial legacy. What skills, assets, or values do you want to pass on? Shifting your focus from short-term gains to a long-term legacy can fundamentally change your financial behavior. To live like the Amish isn't about giving up your car or your smartphone. It's about understanding the principles behind their choices. It's recognizing that true wealth isn't about accumulation, but about freedom. It's understanding that a community is a more reliable safety net than any corporation, that a useful skill is more valuable than a mountain of debt, and that the richest life might just be the one that is simplest, most connected, and most intentionally lived. The Amish have built a fortress against the anxieties of modern financial life. They've proven that it is possible to live a prosperous, secure, and meaningful life, completely free from the chains of debt. And that is a secret worth sharing.